Good morning, everyone. This is Mary. You're watching another little piece of my art. And today I'm going to show you the 10 books I'm going to try and finish in 2022. I say try. That's heavy accent on the word try because, yeah, it's a lot of pictures, and it's just, you'd have to be coloring every single day, and I can't do that anymore. So let me count, make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I did find 10. So, okay, let's get started and see what's up. I picked a super easy one here. I really have no excuse for not finishing this one before, because I've always said I was going to finish it, just not even for a challenge, but just to finish it. This is Sugar Skull and Flowers. This is by, it's an Amazon printed book. So here is, I don't know, maybe if you want to find it, you can use the ISBN number. I think there's something in the back as well, if I remember correctly. Here we go. So, yeah, this one was a gift to me from my sister-in-law and brother-in-law years ago, that I said I was going to finish this one. 2018, they gave it to me. So yeah, it's just what it says it is, a selection of different types of skulls. Some of them are intricate. Can you see that? We're in my art room, so the lighting is good, but my focus might not be. I'm supposed to be getting a new phone soon. I think I've dropped this one too many times. But yeah, so the paper, it's one-sided. The paper is thin, but it takes gel pens really nicely, and I enjoyed working in this one. Some of the pictures that I have done, like for example this one, my marker ran out and I have two tones there, so I might want to go in on that side with another darker blue and try to blend that. But those are minor things that I can attend to there at the end when the book is done. That one. This one, the paper does warp when you use, and this was just markers, permanent markers, but the paper is so thin that it does warp, so there's that. This gray guy. And a bright orange guy here. So yeah, you get the idea. That's on my list. Next on my list is Mulga. I really worked in Mulga a lot this year. By the way, you guys, I noticed that Dollar Tree has these back again. They're cutting mats. They were out for a long time. I just bought a new pack of them because they do get grungy. I mean, you can wipe them off, but after a while, mine start to get like melty, where I use the heat gun to dry my gel pens and paint. Okay, so this is Mulga's Magical Coloring Book by Mulga. His name is actually Joel Moore. And this is one of my favorite coloring books. I love his images. They're just so funky and funny and cute. I don't really know like what they mean, but there doesn't have to be a meaning. It's just art. Some of them are just his imagination is wild. I love this one. So there's some pages that I have done in here that I did a long time ago, and then I've recently been going back to add my backgrounds. Like him. This book takes just about anything, but you want to be careful, because I have had some cases of bleed through when I used watercolors, I think. Well, actually, look, you can see some shadowing here, and that was because I used a marker. It wasn't like a waterproof one or anything, so It was just a marker. So just, if you do get this book, be careful. But I added the words Carpe Diem in here. I made like a, hopefully you can see it, like a lined pastel sky. I just like to try different things in here because it's just so funky anyway that you feel like you can't really do anything wrong. So I still have to put a background on this guy here. But they're just so funny, and you know, they don't take long. You can do as complicated or as simple as you want. You could color all this one color or go and make it different colors. It's just fun. We got this brain guy here. I keep meaning to go in and add my glossy accents to his eyeballs there, because now the other side is done. I can do that without worrying about it being bumpy. See here what I mean about the bleed through. So I'm going to have to just go in. I'll just use some orange chalk pastel to blend out that background on that side. But yeah, thoroughly enjoy this book. This one's my favorite. This one was all Crayola pencils, and I just love the way it turned out. And everybody loves this picture. We call this one Hipster Elvis. So, yeah, I would like to get this one done. Really going to focus on this one and the Star Wars one this year. If I could get those two done out of this list, I would be thoroughly impressed with myself. And then I just showed this one in my last video, so I don't want to spend a bunch of time flipping through it. This is the only color by number in my list here, and I had mentioned in my last video, which, you know, it's on my channel, just the last one that I made. It's also going to be titled 10 books to finish, but it will say 2021. As I was mentioning in there, you know, I don't always listen to the color key. Sorry, somebody was texting me. I don't always listen to the color keys. I just use it. Not always do I have that slight of a variation in colors depending on what I'm using. So a lot of times I've done my own thing, but I just love all the classic art in this book, and I would like to try to get more done of it. And then we have Star Wars. I don't want to really go into this one because I have showed it a bunch of times and explained why I want to finish it, what it means to me. That would take a whole video really to get that far into it. So I'm just showing you a few of the ones that I have finished this year and years previously. So yeah, if you want to see more chatty on that, look at the last video. Okay, this one, hang on, I gotta remove my, this one is my current favorite coloring book. I mean, Dracula is always going to be my favorite coloring book, but this one is right there with it. I love this book. I love working in this book, but the problem is not really a problem. It's just that whenever I'm working in here, I really want to like take it seriously, use nice things. So it's more of a something I have to think about ahead of time, where some books, you know, you just pick it up and color. I'm like so precious about this book and I don't want to mess it up. So this is the one I've been working on lately. Now in Florida, we have these things called Muscovy ducks. They're everywhere in my community here. I need to add because they have white, but I actually like looked at the pictures of my Muscovy ducks that are always on my street. I take pictures of them. I actually looked at the picture and tried to make this look as closely as I can. I kind of wish I wouldn't have used orange because it washes out his face. But, you know, that's okay. But I have done that one. I have done this one. This one last summer in, was it last summer? Yeah, last summer in Ohio we had the invasion of the, they're not locusts, I was just joking about that. The invasion of the, I forget what those are called. You know, they come every certain amount of years, but anyway. So that was what that page was about. And then I have one more done in here, I think. Yeah. And then they have this one. And I remember during this time, I was coming to Florida to look at houses. And I was just all about the water and everything like that. So there's that one. I know I won't finish this one in 2022, but I do want to work in it a lot because I love it. Okay, next we have Mindful Mandalas. If you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, and you want to, it's the same name, another little piece of my art. If you follow me there, you will know that I like to color the mandalas and then make them into collages. So this one here is a collage about the tornado hitting my house, my last house. I even found a dog that looked like my dog. So there's that one. But these are just, they go pretty fast. These are just mandalas by Jane Snedden Peever. Hand-drawn designs for common tranquil coloring. There are 44 in here. So they just look like that, you know. And I like to turn them into collages. So here's another one. This one says, live with 1 foot in a fairy tale. So I just take pieces out of different things that I have to add to the mandala. Let's see. And then I have this one, Imagine. I drew the flowers on there. The images of the old-timey girls comes from the life book of vintage fashions, I think it's called. I don't have it sitting by me, or I would show it to you. But that's what they look like when I'm done. So, you know, this is another one that takes a little bit of planning and time, but I would like to do more in that because it is enjoyable. I really like that extra bit to the coloring. Okay, we have Pop Manga Cute and Creepy by Camilo de Erico. I always say I'm going to keep this book out after Halloween, and then I always end up putting it back. So this year I'm going to keep it out. Here's one I did with the lovely Rita from RB Dreams Art. Hers looks like a normal person, and I like made a purple person. I don't know why, but just what I was feeling at the time, I guess. But yes, so cute. I love the images in here, and definitely want to color more in this one. You can use watercolor on these pages. Just be very careful. You know, do a little test on your front page first to see what is going to work. So you see this does buckle on here. So just, yeah, I did use watercolor, but be careful and try not to have too much water on your brush, and you should be okay. But yeah, definitely do a test. This is an adorable book. Adorable. Okay, now I have Day of the Dead coloring book by, I'm just going to start writing down who they're by because I can never find the page fast enough. Mauro Mazzara and Andrea Bianchi. So Day of the Dead coloring book, another one. I usually end up taking this out in October to have some done for November, because November 1st is the Day of the Dead, and then I put it back, and I don't want to put it back because I really like this book. I like working in it. I like the fact that it's one-sided, so when my hands hurt with pencils, I can use markers and, you know, not worry about. Of course, they're going to bleed through, but you put something there, you don't care, right? Let's see. So this one just has, you know, a variety of scenes from, I'm going to assume this is Mexico. I guess you could be wherever you want it to be. Some of them are very intricate, you know, and I don't know if I'm going to feel like doing all of that. I might just put a wash of color over there and then just pick certain ones to highlight. But and then other ones are these beautiful large portraits that I think are just gorgeous. And I really enjoy doing these. I did a buddy color with someone. Oh, crap. I'm sorry. Now I cannot remember who it was. If it was you, let me know. Let me know, and I will tag you and add your channel name to this video. I can see her face, but I cannot remember now her name. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Anyways, this one here was done with almost entirely permanent markers, and I think they were the Dollar Tree ones. So everything you put in this book is just the colors pop. Here's the one we did. Here is the one we did. It was a lot of fun. I remember doing this when I first got to my new house, and I couldn't find my pencils, I think. No, I couldn't find my pencil sharpener. But anyway, you can see that there's a lot of detail in some of these pictures. So, you know, to be done in a year, probably not. But I would love to work in this more, and I'm keeping it out. That reminds me, yesterday I started rearranging my art room because I wanted to do an art room tour. But I just got this table from my neighbor who was throwing it away. And so when I got the table, that changed the whole room because I was working on the floor and I had stuff like set up for that area of where I was working. This one I used a red glitter glue from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Hang on. That was fun. Yeah, so I rearranged the room. So now everything is kind of going this way. It's transferring from one side to the other. So as soon as I finish this room, which hopefully will be today, I'm going to film my art room tour. So that should be fun. I hope you come back and watch. Alrighty, the next one I have is Dr. Seuss. Now, I am not a huge fan of this paper, but here's the thing. I've been taking this class, this online class on writing and illustrating children's books, and we're supposed to, in the class, you're supposed to like pick an author or a book that inspires you and kind of like throw yourself into that book so that you can get inspiration, not copy it, but get inspiration and then make that your own. So my author was Dr. Seuss, and I loved anything Dr. Seuss as a kid. I have not done, look at how many pages this one has, and I think I've done one. And again, I think it might just be because I love this book, his books and this illustrator so much that I don't want to mess anything up. But see, that's kind of opposite of the purpose, right? So for my class, we're supposed to, you know, just dive in and let our imaginations be free. And so I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to get into this book and just, if I want to color every one of these different color, you know, it's going to be fine. Dr. Seuss will not be mad at me. I did buy this one used, and what that was colored. But yeah, and I noticed, see, you know, the person who colored it before me has bleed through. So I don't know if they were using permanent markers here. I'm going to assume they were, but now I'm scared to use any marker because of that. So when I get limited, then I start kind of pulling back from the book because I just want to be able to use whatever. This is watercolor. I haven't went back in and did any details, but yeah. So it took the watercolor pretty good. There's no bleed through there. So yeah, let me know if you have this Dr. Seuss book. What do you use in it, and how is it turning out for you? Because I would be curious to know. I don't see a lot of people. I see people that have this book, like when they do their collections and stuff, but I don't see a lot of finished pages and stuff on Instagram. Maybe I'll have to use the hashtag Dr. Seuss and see what I can find. Okay, and then my last one here, I wanted to add a dot-to-dot book. So this is 1001 Dot to Dots Day of the Dead by, oh no, not again. Who are you by? They're just Shutterstock images, apparently. Yeah. So they're just Shutterstock images that they have turned into dot to dots. And what have I completed? One arm. One arm. So I love my dot to dot books, especially the horror ones, the comic horror covers. But I stopped doing them because I start getting a bad headache trying to see. You know? And the reason I chose this one over the horror comics was because this one seemed a little bit easier. I mean, maybe not when you get up into like here. But some of the other ones that I have are just, it just hurts my eyes way too much. So This might be switched out with the horror comics. Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to try to order one of those magnetic lamp thingies that, you know, you would put right here, like say where my phone is, and you would look through that. I don't know how that'll work because I can't see far away. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, my phone is going to run out of space. So I will let you go. And like I said, I'm going to do a art room tour soon. Yay. So hope to see you back for that. Take care, everyone, and have a great day. Bye-bye.